Hi guys and welcome back to the channel. So today is another video about Revolut. As you know, one of my favorite apps, and I've done a couple of videos about them, and I'm going to put the link to the playlist in the description below so you can check it out. In today's video I want to focus on new features that they recently added and some of the features which you may not be aware of. Honestly speaking, after using Revolut for more than 5 years, I can promise you it's still the very best banking app and experience I've ever had. For my daily transactions I use Nexo because I get crypto cashback every time I make a transaction. But other than that, I have my usual bank account where I get my salary in, but then whenever I have to travel or make any transfers, I transfer it into Revolut, and from there it's super simple to do so many things with your money. So let me show you some of the new features they've been adding. So basically when you open up the app, obviously you have to have an account. I've done a couple of other videos where I run you through how simple it is, and in case you haven't signed up to Revolut yet, then please use the link in the description below. That will get you started and helps out the channel a lot. Right, so here you have your dashboard and all the various options at your fingertips. Again, I have done a whole tutorial on Revolut before, and I do link it in the description below. Now first of all, you can always see when you click on the notifications over here and what's new. So let's quickly go on the top level, what's happening, what's new in Revolut. So you can click over here, drop in like it's hot. So basically here they present to you the new monthly updates. So a couple of new updates coming in. One of them is the renewed group bills, which is really nice. As you can see over here, very simple to pay group bills, and I love it. And I'm going to show you in a second how that works. Also an easier way to transfer money to your friends. So that's really cool as well. And they used to have Revolut Junior for kids. Now they call it under 18. Then they have, of course, Revolut Stays. Amazing way to get cashback on any of your stay. So yeah, these are some of the updates for now. So with this, let's hop over to the hub. And these are the 4 buttons over here. So that's basically where you have all the various features on the hub. You can actually favorite them. So basically they will be pinned at the top over here where it says accounts and cards. You can add any shortcuts that you want there as well. Let's go one by one. Let's start with the essentials. So obviously here you have all your cards, and that's really cool. At a glimpse, you can see all your various cards. I have a single use card, which I really love because I can use it one time and then it will basically delete itself and I get automatically a new card. So when you sometimes go into some dodgy websites, you can definitely use this because you don't really want to use your own debit card. Otherwise, if something bad happens, they might steal your data and then you're screwed, right? You have to change all the various data. So definitely make sure to use a one-time debit card. Right, from there you have Pockets. Pockets also something very interesting, which basically helps you to stay organized and make sure you have enough funds in your accounts to pay, as you can see over here, depending on what you have, electricity bills, your water bills, what have you. And here you can basically automatically fund your various pockets that you have, so you have enough money allocated for those bills when they come up, because a lot of people may struggle paying their bills and staying on top of their money. They spend too much during the month. So by using Pockets, you can actually ensure that you have enough money at the end of the month to make those payments. So you can just click on get started. So you can create your own pocket. So you can click over here. You call it, for example, housing, whatever it may be. So you want to have enough money for your housing. Then you can pick some of the payments, pick now. So it will suggest you some of the payments that you had in the past, which are allocated, but obviously they are not the real ones. So in this case, I can click on add recurring payment, and then I can say whom to pay. If there is my landlord, for example, I can put the accounts, and then every single month it will basically pay those bills automatically. So I can really stay on top of things. Another feature they recently rebranded is called under 18. That's what used to be called Revolut Junior. So here basically a great way to make accounts for your kids, so to say. So right now I can only have it for one as I'm on the standard plan, but if you want to upgrade, you can add more kids if you have more kids in case. But let's say for now I don't want to upgrade, I just have one. And here we'll be adding your child details, and then you can actually have an own debit virtual card for your kid, and you can see how much money they're spending, on what they're spending, etc. And they have saving challenges, etc. You can transfer the money to them, so they have the daily, weekly or monthly allowance. So it's a really good way for them to learn how to use money, spend money without overspending. So it's a great way for them to get accustomed to money. So I really like it. Next up, we have linked accounts. So when you click on this, you can basically add your different bank accounts and see all your spendings in one, which is really cool, because you can otherwise only see how much you spend on Revolut, but we all have various bank accounts, right? So you might look at your Revolut and think, well, I'm actually in line with my spending. When you click over here, you have your spending analytics. You say, wow, I'm below the budget, great. But then you have another 2-3 bank accounts where you actually overspend on another debit or credit card. By linking up your different accounts, that doesn't mean they can access or do any transfers Revolut, but you can pull in the analytics and the spending, so you can see how much you spend overall, which I think is super important, because so many people have so many accounts and they get easily lost and don't know how much they ended up spending that particular month. Then there's Scheduled, which is really good. Revolut is smart enough to see recurring payments and it brings it up over here. So technically you could see all your subscriptions over here. Now you can see I only have 2 at the moment because most of my payments and transactions I moved to Nexo because there I get cashback on every transaction. But in theory you could see all your recurring payment and subscriptions over here. And if you wanted to favorite it, you can click over here. So then basically if you go back to your home, you would see Scheduled over here. So that's a good way to get there very easy if you need it often. Next there's group bills. So when you click on this, it's an amazing way to keep track of money when you travel with a group of friends. So basically you start a group bill. You can just click on start and you can see over here. You can share it across multiple people. You can see here with your family, with friends, you can invite them very easily. And it's just such a joy. I've used it a few times with myself. You give the group a name, you split the bills without the math. It does it all for you. You can see who paid what. It all goes to a master bill and afterwards you do the splitting. So it's really, really cool and so easy. And again, with the normal bank, it wouldn't work. But if your friends are on Revolut, definitely it makes it so simple. You can see who paid you, hasn't paid you. You can remind them with a click of a button. So it makes it so much easier because in the past we used to have Excel sheets and some paid in cash and this and that. And it's really, really hard to follow up. You can start spending, they can start spending. It goes directly into the group expenses. And afterwards, once the trip is done, you click on settle and then everybody gets their respective share. So really, really amazing feature. Then there's the wealth section. So here we have all the stocks, commodities, cryptos and vaults. I'm not going to go into this because I've done a separate video on that. Now personally, I used to buy my stocks through Revolut, and I think if you're getting started, never bought any stocks before, then Revolut is an amazing tool to buy your first stock because it makes it super, super simple. But if your portfolio starts growing, you're getting more serious and want to invest more long term, then I think buying your stocks and crypto, I think there are much better options out there. For stocks, I'm using Interactive Brokers, and for crypto, I'm using Nexo because it gives me so much more options. I can easily move my funds around. I get crypto cashback. So there are so many more benefits to it. So if you want an all-in-one solution and don't want to bother with having different apps, etc., then definitely Revolut is the best way to go. You can buy it here. It is more expensive buying your crypto, but the fact that you have this option is amazing. Which of your normal bank accounts allows you to buy stocks, crypto, etc., right? So that just makes it once again really, really amazing. In terms of credit, that's something that's coming up. Both credit cards, you can join the waiting list, and eventually loans like a usual bank account would give you, though that's a feature that will be coming in the future. Right now it's not available. And then there's lifestyles. That's something I haven't really been using for a long time and now started getting into it. So one of them I really started liking is Revolut Stays. So that's amazing. When you travel, definitely check it out. So basically you would pick any of the cities. So let's imagine I want to go to London. So you pick the dates, how many people, and then you start search. And I think it pulls the data from booking.com. So you can get a lot of the hotels and data from booking.com. So here you presented various hotels that are part of the program. So let's say you go down here. So you can go down, see which hotel you like. Let's say the Shard, which is Shangri-La, which is an amazing hotel actually in London. So you can see it cost me for 2 nights 1,100 euros. Now if I pay that, I get immediately a cashback of 68 euros. It would cost me for 1 night a sweet 1,100 euros. I want to go with the cheapest room, the Superior Shard room, 30 square meters. Inflation is definitely happening, right? So let's select this one, and then you can see here I would be paying 1,100 and immediately I get 7.5% on the room cost, excluding fees after you pay. Now obviously not everybody stays in such an expensive hotel, but imagine you book a cheaper hotel, but for 1 week you would still get quite a bit of cashback eventually. So I really like that feature and definitely recommend checking it out. Another feature that they allow you to do is donations, which I always struggled finding donations. You have to sign up and send the money. It was so cumbersome. So here you can really easily find where you want to donate money to. So you have a range of different places where you can donate to, and it really makes it easy to donate some of the funds. So let's say you want to support the Rainforest Alliance, you just click on there and then you can say spare change. So basically whenever you spend money, it would round up to the nearest euro or dollar, depending on your currency, or you can just say a one-off donation. Basically what it is, it gets 100% of your donation, and yeah, it's a one-off. You put 50 euros, you click and it goes straight away to them. So it really makes it easy if you wanted to donate money. And then there are the good old gift cards, which you can click and send to your friend or family, send a little customized message with some amount, and that goes straight to their Revolut, which they can then use to spend on anything they wish. Then you can see some other icons, and there's a little icon down here, which is the premium feature. So you have to upgrade to get those, which is insurance. So you get certain insurances if you upgrade. But again, I'm on the standard plan and I'm not planning to have this. There's lounge, but actually the lounges are not free, but you get a discount when you buy lounges from LoungeKey. But I actually do get them for free with my Crypto.com card. But yeah, if you wanted to have a discount, you could upgrade and use that. And there's smart delay. In case your flight is delayed by more than 3 hours, you're gonna get complimentary lounge access from Revolut. Lastly, there's utilities, which is really interesting. For example, you can learn about crypto or stocks, let's say crypto, and then you have various courses, so you can earn even money. Now, not much, 4 euros, but still, right? You have a couple of videos you can watch, etc. You can take the quiz, and once you answer all the questions correct, you get 1 euro in DOT, which is Polkadot. Then there's ATMs. You click on there, wherever you're in the city, it shows you the nearest ATMs and really makes it easy in case you need cash. And lastly, a feature I just discovered recently, it's called Shopper. That's actually an extension that helps you save money. As you can see over here, you install it in your browser, basically in Chrome. It shows and looks for discounts on any particular website. And it also takes automatically your different cards, and you can even have your single-use card, which is really amazing and makes shopping so much easier and helps you find better deals out there. That's the Revolut Shopper extension. It's a little extension that sits up there in your browser, and basically whenever there's a deal at checkout, it will show you that there's a deal, you see the savings, and you can basically pay now through Revolut directly. And then it pulls your different cards in there, and you can see here multi-use, which is your usual cards, or you can have single use. And I really recommend it, especially if you're on websites that you haven't been before, use your single use card, because you never know, right? The card might be stolen, but this way it uses it one time, it gets deleted, and automatically you have a new card afterwards. I think by now you see why I love this app so much. It's just amazing. It has so many features, and they continue to innovate and add more features and functionalities. So if you haven't signed up to Revolut yet, then please use the link in the description below. It really helps the channel out a lot. In this video, I'm going to give you a full tutorial and run you through the entire Revolut app. You made it until the end of the video, which I really appreciate. If you enjoyed it, please drop a like, subscribe to the channel. It means the world to me. As always, guys, stay healthy, get wealthy, and I'll see you in the next one. Ciao.